Hero's Journey. I'm Shakira. Yes, I'm wearing the same shirt. Don't judge me, okay? Anyway, so it's 6:34 and let's see if we can find what's anything in the morning here. I had to take a walk, decompress. I've been way too much in my head. I've been feeling like this is not gonna happen and it's definitely gonna happen, it's gotta work through the miasma. So I just had to get myself recentered. Isn't that fun? Anyway, so let's see what's going on and let's see what we can find. Let's get tanny. All right, so it is Tuesday. We have some stuff come out 2 a.m., 5:15. We have the CAD, some stuff at 8:30, some smaller stuff for the US at the same time, and FOMC person speaking at 1 o'clock. Really, so should be a relatively decent sort of day. Let's go ahead and connect. And we are marching upwards. All right. So we are at 14192. Now, what I don't know is if there are any new week opening gaps up here. I know that I have my general expectations uh, up here for them to take this out. But let's go see if we can find any new week opening gaps that occur up in this general vicinity. So this is Thursday, Friday. So that's this one. Ooh, Thursday, Tuesday, hmm, Friday, Friday, August 22nd, Monday. You know what? We might need to look at the let's do this. Let's do this. We might need to look at the main contract. And given all this up move, I expect the Dixie's been dropping. Yep. Okay. All right. So let's just do ES. Um, the main contract, right? The current. And let's take a look at, all right, we can take this off for the moment, just in general. All right, so we most definitely should have something all the way up there. So if we're coming up on this high right here, so let's see. Ooh, here we go. So Friday, August 22nd, Monday. Okay, so I'm just gonna be annoying and back up to this just so I can get down to a lower time frame and I not have to fight what day it is. Monday, Thursday, Friday. And then Sunday. Okay, here we go. Ooh, is this it? Yes, it is. Okay, so we have, let's close at approximately 41228.25 and an open actually. Let's add 42.16 and a quarter. Okay. 42.16 and a quarter. Perfect. So I need 4228.5. It's gonna go 4228. Okay. That's one. And then the other one is at 42.16 and a quarter. 42.16. Okay, let's just do that. I have to be reaching for something, right? Here we go. This is the new week opening gap. Oops. For 08/22/22. To the right. Okay, and let's make that the usual blue. Okay, so we have this new week opening gap that we're heading for. And let's note consequent encroachment approximately. So we're coming up on it like that. Dotted line. Beautiful. Nice. Save. Okay, so 42269 So now we can see what's happening. Okay. So we know they're reaching up to 42.16 for a new week opening gap. And it's inside of this big, what is it, 42.8 or something like that. Let's see. Yep. Perfect, perfect. And then we have the midpoint of approximately that. Stop that up. 42250. Almost. I'm not bad at all. There we go. So, where are they? Oops. So we're quite a ways from that, but still, it's good to know that it's there. Okay, so let's see what's been going on in the 1 hour. So they've come in through here, turned this into an inversion. Well, and then took out this buy side nicely and left this new week opening gap. So I'm gonna get rid of that. And let's take a look. So we know they're heading up to this buy side up here. Ooh, got a void right here. Let's note that. I drag all the way over. So we'll see. I'm gonna reach for this. I know there's a way to extend it. Extend to the right. There we go. The only annoying thing is the naming convention isn't. Can I just do the volume imbalance? Sorry. It's not gonna show up over here. But anyway, they're reaching up there. Nice. So that's a nice little target. 41.92, 97. Okay. So there's that. And 15 minutes. Alrighty. Almost feels like we haven't moved, right? What's going on here? This is the 5 minutes. Look at the 1 minute. This. Oh wow, they are being slow about it. Okay, so what do we have? We have a shift above this guy, and that's a bit of a shift. So I left a little fair value gap. We have this thing right here. Volume imbalance right here. They seem to be stalling right here. Now, this is more of a continuation, right? So either this continues up and just goes, or they come back down to maybe about here. Can I get 10 ticks? And then coming up to this is, oh, look at that, about 22 ticks. It's not bad. Order block in here on the 5 minute. and fair value gap. So let's see. Oops. That's the only reason I don't like it doing the extension. It just does it automatically, which I find to be very annoying. Okay. So I should probably note this fair value gap right here as well. Well, there it goes. Either you get it in the moment or you don't. Let's see what this looks like. So got that. They've decided to use this as an IO Fed, it almost looks like. It's a continuation up for them to go up into that thing. So 644. So what time was this? We had this shift and they came back down right into this volume imbalance and then took off. That would have been nice. That would have been nice as well. Let's see. That would have been a good entry, I think. Let's see. Base of that. 8 ticks is below that, so I would have been comfortable. And we're just coming up on 20 ticks, 21 ticks. Not quite made it. Let's see. 1 tick down, 20. Would have just gotten it right there. This formed at what, 611? Okay. Well, let's wait and see. A nice shift here. Potential for them to come back down and tap in here. Let's see. Equal lows, they can come in here, maybe midpoint. I'm 41.91.75. Okay. 21 ticks. Let's see if that will work out for us. Like right there. So we're just on like this upward tear for the moment. I think they should reach for that. This fair value gap has been very good. It's on the 5 minute. It's no guarantee they'll come back down, but let's see. And maybe I shouldn't be so greedy, right? Like I want the best of the best. And then maybe like wick down in here. Let's see what that looks like. It's the 4 minute, 3 minutes. Oops, 2 minutes. Yeah, I think they've left the station, y'all. It's our little window. Yep, and they're gonna just go for it. Yep. And that's okay if they've already left the station. Now, I'm just curious because they turned this into an inversion fair value gap. I could have taken it from here when they did this, potentially. Because once it comes up, taps it, continues. This is like the best case scenario for me. And off she goes. It's too close now. Mm. And I need to, there it goes, expanding into it. So that idea is pretty much dead for the moment, I think. Or it could be expanding into a proper shift. Okay, so if I'm looking at this particular range, an entry for me would have to be below the 0.5, which would mean I need to be here for an entry at this order block. No fair value gap below here, just the one that's down here. Yeah. No, the other real option after that is we have a shift, just like we had here. They created this down candle and this continuation pattern, right? This, they've sort of been following that pattern this whole time, right? Shift. The other option is for them to come here and then continue back up if they want to. Maybe tap this one more time. So that's, I'm being perfectly honest, I think I missed the move. Let's see. Be just at the top of this thing. I don't know if I'd like that very much. Let's see what this does. Oh, so I should tell you guys. So I did a bad thing. Well, bit of a mistake yesterday. I had like this buy window open and then I started typing some other stuff and it changed the units to some big number and it wrecked the entire paper account. So I had to reset it. And I'm really pissed about that. So the only I got one trade in the afternoon, which could have been more, but I didn't push it. I just took my 250. Yeah. So full disclosure, I'm not happy about that. So my official new start date is yesterday. So I'm just gonna have to deal with that. It's very annoying. Okay. So this play is done. I mean, at least to hear what they do when they get onto this thing. If they get rejected from it, come back down, roll back into it. Because, it's like a moth to a flame to a volume imbalance, right? So there's this set of order blocks here. Like I said, if I'm gonna go with this range, like I want an entry below the 0.5. But it looks like we've probably missed the boat there. So we've had something similar occur here. Have one, continue, roll back. The only difference is it rolled back to this order block. And continued up. It didn't do it here. It didn't come, it took um like all the folks who went long, all their stops were trailing under here and here and here. So I'll have to see what it does when it comes back down and reevaluate. Because my expectation was potentially for it to come back down here, but that's not what they're planning on doing. Oops, Josie. So I'll leave that there for the moment. But I mean, they don't at least wick into that, I'd be really surprised, you know? We have a nice shift. So order block, order block. So at the minimum, I should be looking to get in here when they come back down. So they did on this one. With this run up, this one just stayed inside this fair value gap and kept going. So there is no fair value gap in here, just the one that's below here. So I really only have, two options. So I'll risk 87.50 if they come back down. Let's see what they do. If it doesn't look good, I'll take my licks and go on about my business. All right, so in terms of, they haven't gone very far. So this is the last new week opening gap right here. This is the buy side that they took. Let's remove that for the moment. And let's take a look at the 15-minute. They stopped anywhere useful. Actually, let's go to the 1 hour. Okay, so they tapped that. Let's push to the 4 hour. And okay, so they had the volume imbalance and they're digging into this fair value gap. They've dug into that. And we have buy side sitting right there. And then we have this lovely wick. Let's see what constant encroachment that wick looks like. Ooh, it's right above it, so let's note that. Constant encroachment right there. And let's look at the daily on this thing. Okay. And let's hide some of the stuff for the moment. So we're reaching up. So 42.0. So this high is in the crosshairs as well. Just call that an old high. Okay. A few things that can call it up there as well. And reaching into this bearish order block as well as the very top of it. Bearish order block. So we'll see. We need them to get past it, bust through to come take that out. Let's go back to the 1 hour. All to that. Let's see the terrain that we're working with here. Been on kind of a messed up uptrend. Look at it. Right? Sort of a messed up uptrend, but an uptrend nonetheless. Okay. Let's get up out of here. Okay, so we've been tearing up for a bit. Taken out buy side here, 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 here. So let's see the behavior. Let's go down to the 1 minute over here. And let's see. All right, so relative equal lows right here. So any folks that went long down here have trailed their stops this way. Nothing in between here. It's that guy. So this looks like it's a drop down into this order block right here. And it's continuing on up. Lots for it to run up into. Buy side, this old high. I think they're almost like symmetrical, aren't they? Anyway, so let's see what's the Nasdaq doing. All right, so we are not in confluence. We're not symmetrical. Let's see, what is the Dow doing? Where'd it go? Where's the Dow? Is it hiding? The heck? Let's take that off. Let's add it back in. Panel. Okay. And let's do the low and candles. Okay. Okay, so the Dow was, I changed this to 5 minutes. So, wow, okay. The Dow's, the Dow and the Nasdaq have taken, and yes, have taken off. Nasdaq has decided to not take out this high yet. Could work on the Six Sister premise with it. Let's see. So these guys are saying go, and this guy's lagging, and the Dixie is stagnating. It's consolidating. So the sell side that I'm really watching is down here for that. Kitty has, and there's another one, another nice one right here. So we're just chilling right now. Okay, so we're coming back down. The thing is, we've taken a lot. We've come up a lot, and I'm pretty bullish. And the Nasdaq hasn't followed suit. Like, there's a divergence right here. So I'm gonna cancel that for now, and let's see what's happening because I wanted it to come back down when it was here. So let's see the behavior. So if it's gonna go in the other direction, it needs to take out these lows right here. So let's look at that, and then let's pop up the Nasdaq over here in QM 2023, and let's watch this guy. So let's go to the 1 hour on the Nasdaq. What could it be aiming for? Let's do the 4 hour. So we're wicking right here. Something look like on the daily. So we've not closed above this volume imbalance on the Nasdaq. On the daily, looks like we're trying to reach into it though. We wicked nicely over it. Let's note that volume imbalance there. So either I do nothing this morning or I attempt a Six Sister thing. Let's see. All right, so what are we reaching for? Jojo. Okay, Kitty is at the door wanting attention. So let's note the consequent encroachment there. And then the CE of that. The CE of the CE. Okay. Okay, and for now, those are pretty much everything I'd be aiming for. Okay, so come down, see how it behaves in this space. Because my original limit order, I was expecting them to take this out. And we have this fair value gap, but the order block's all the way down here. Let's see, here's a 5 minute. Okay, so They came down. They still haven't come to where I wanted my original order. Fair value gaps in here. They've come to this. Well, technically, this is the order block right here. They've come to that order block. So if I were to say try for something like that, 8 ticks would take me down to this one because I don't want to see them come down further in here because then I'm wrong, right? So let's see the behavior. So they've taken these guys out. Good. Nice volume and balance right there. And see, what was my canceled order? 4191. Have they come down to that? The low is 4192.25. So, and the high of this is 4192.50. The close of that is 4191.25. And the low of this candle is 4192.25. Oops. So they're respecting this order block. So we have a new range to work with here, I think. So let's see. There's still 10 seconds left in this candle. We're respecting this order block right here. And this might have been my potential entry. Let's see. If I had set this at the top of this guy, 20 ticks would be here. I don't know. And 8 ticks would be just below this, would be in line with this. So maybe I missed it. I don't know. But they've been running up for quite a while. I don't want to lose sight of that. And what's the NASDAQ doing? So the NASDAQ is thinking. See, came back down. It tapped into this fair value gap. Right. And if I'd said, okay, if it taps this, I don't even know what any of those things, like past midpoint of that. And I don't know, coming above this. What's one standard deviation? Jesus. Can't use that one. Hang on, guys. Kitty wants out. So, looks like I should have taken the entry. Well, cool, buddy. Go. So I have locked the kitty out. Okay. 419275. So we took out that little shift here, fair value gap here. Let's listen to 1 minute. See how they're going to behave. And let's have the Dow up. Okay. Went back to an order block as well. Sometimes I wonder if it's really that simple, you know? And the NASDAQ is just coming into alignment. And the Dixie is thinking about what it wants to do with its life. It's rolling up a little bit. Okay. So this looks like, so I cleared it out because I don't, this is telling me it was probably turning around now. So let's see what we're doing. An upward tear. Wrong one. Let's this in perspective. So we made a high, roll down into a expected space, volume imbalance right there, and then came back up. Expected to take out some lows, so I took out this low right here. Tapped into this fair value gap. But didn't really come down to this order block, so something to get comfortable with. Because my entry was all the way down here is what I wanted. So now we've got all of this salted. Fair value gap right here. We've got a short-term high right here. See what they do inside of this thing. That's how dark that is. Let's lighten that up. So for me, I need them to take this out with some gusto, turn this into an inversion, and then we can probably ride it back down a bit. But we're on a upward tear, so you gotta show me some gusto, man, some proper gusto. So let's watch this on the 5 minutes. So yeah, they need to take out this guy, I think. Otherwise, we're just continuing on up. Looks like what I wanted formed. Let's see. So 5 a.m. when I first woke up, we were doing some weirdness. Then we took this out nicely. And then we had a low, lower low. And breaker. So what's the high of this candle? 41.8075, and they came back down to 41.8050. Also deal with this order block right here. Okay, so this is looking more just like a normal continuation. I don't have a lot of experience with that. So if I were to say take a counter trend short, I have to see it tap the bottom of this thing first. Could I get 20 ticks past all of this stuff? Sell side would be hanging out under here as a short-term goal. short-term goal. But it's all very bullish, so I don't know if I want to fight with it. Like I said, it has to come down. And oh, did it tap it one more time? The Six Sister premise? Or was that from before? Okay. And the dollar is stagnant. And let's see what these guys are doing in tandem. Okay, so the Nasdaq has been on a downtrend. The Dow and ES has been on an uptrend. So we have very serious diversions between the two. They're tipping their hands to us. Let's look at this on the 5-minute. So very, very obvious. Very obvious from about here that it wants to continue down or it's the Six Sister. Let's find out. We're gonna have to just watch it. And some stuff for the cats coming out at 8:30. I'm not gonna hang out here until then, but until my window's closed at 7:30. Because I feel like I should have trusted this. But I don't know if it doesn't net me if it doesn't net me at least 20 takes at minimum, there's no point. So was that so it needed to have tapped above that thing, which it did not. So from down here, it would have done it. From this fair value gap, I would have gotten 23 ticks easy. Shift, wait for it to come back into this order block. Volume imbalance, actually. Wait for it to tap the volume imbalance. And 8 ticks would have been a nice, see, that's the type of thing I'm looking for. And then wait for it to tap this thing. 26 ticks, not bad. Now this formed at 6:09. I'm up at 5. Maybe I should check my window. Maybe 6:30 is too much. And let me make sure the kitty is okay. Got some fresh air. Okay. Come on, step in. Thank you. Come here, buddy. Oh, you're so cold. Oh, guys, he's cold. Look at the kitty. The kitty's cold. And warm up the kitty. Who's a good boy? You having a good time? Oh, you put your pawsies on me. That's so cute. Okay. So that looks like it might want to come back down. He can only stand to be held for a very short amount of time. Okay. Hey, that warm you up enough? Okay. Hopefully I've warmed it up enough. Okay, so here we go. So I need this to, my preference would be for them to take this out with some gusto and then leave me something here. Sometimes I need to look at my model so I don't fall victim to my own hubris, which I have. constantly wanting to do something else, you know? So there it is right there. It turned it into a thing. Now, mini problem. I needed to bust through this like it's nothing, this volume imbalance, and take out these lows. So many things to note. And visually, I just need to know, you know? And let's see. That's the Dow. And the NASDAQ. So that's NASDAQ's looking like it wants to do Kitty wants to hang out with me some more. This whole behavior is a little unsettling for me. Okay. Short-term high here. Create another short-term high here. Need to see how they behave in this volume imbalance. Now trying to get 20 ticks out of this would put them below these lows. I don't know. With the upward tick, it feels like I'd be trying to push against the tide, and that seems like a bad idea. But this behavior does lend some credence to it. But let's see. Like I said, I could go into the 5 minute. I need, we're in that weird choppiness. I need something concrete. So either the take this out with gusto, give me something, and then run for like this volume imbalance down here. So and the Dixie is coiling up. So it's reaching for its sell side, buy side, sorry. Oops, what's going on here? And I grab text. It's reaching up for the buy side that's sitting right there, approximately a little bit more, right there. And the NASDAQ is not fulfilling its six sister thing. Let's see, we've closed, and this is the one I was looking at to see how I was going to tap. It's closed a candle. So that's still, I don't know if I'm worried about that. So if I'm going to cycle upward, so it looks like on the 2 minute, it hasn't closed that volume imbalance. 3 minutes, 4 minutes. 5 minutes. Okay. So for me, I've got no real indication as to where it's gonna go. We've been on an upward tier and they've taken out pretty much everything on the way up, right? They took out this buy side here, this wick. They took out anybody who went short here thinking that it was done. And here, 2, 3. It's like four runs up so far, so wouldn't be weird for them to try and retrace and take some profits. Go back down to 1 minute. Had quite an expansion. So this makes me feel comfortable that they're gonna drop, but we're caught between this volume imbalance. So I would feel more comfortable if they closed something below it and took this out, because otherwise we're just like bouncing in between two things. One of them needs to win. So that on the 5 minute. And I mean, the trend has been very bullish. Yeah, since midnight. Like the midnight opens all the way down here. And it dropped and then it just started rising. I wonder how it'll be when the markets aren't so incredibly choppy. How I'll be able to like handle it. Okay, we're about 4 minutes into my window and I'm probably not going to take any trades, but I do want to watch. Just curious to see how they. So what's they respected this thing very well. All right. They haven't laid a candle over it yet. We're just bouncing around in between it. That's don't even know how many ticks that is. Just a couple ticks in between here. Because 20 ticks is all of this, right? Five handles is all of that. So there they go. So if they close that over there, then I don't care about this anymore. 2 more seconds. Yes. What they didn't do is take this out. But I don't care about this anymore. Whoops. They've laid a candle over it, so it's not as they've balanced it out. I keep doing that. And there she blows. So that's another potential. That would have been a good entry there. Let's see how they continue on down. Like I said, my preference, look at it on the higher time frames. My preference is for them to take this out for a proper shift. Okay. So if they take this out, then that's a proper shift, and then I could, write it back down to 4182. So, so far, expecting that guy. And NASDAQ is coiling up. See how they behaved at the consequent encroachment. I don't actually know what this is, like how much that is for our NASDAQ if we were to come back to there. The Dixie is. Uh, we're in a very large. Oops. A very large range. It's just crested the halfway point into expensive. So, and cycle 2. Let's look at the. Whoa. The Dow was like, ah. Okay, so the Dow is tipping the NASDAQ was telling us, and this is gonna follow suit. Oh man, the Dow was like, I'm out of here. This is the stronger one of the two. This one was giving the indication that we're getting tired. And this one's just sort of stagnating. This, the NASDAQ is finally doing its six-sister and taking it out. So we're coiling back up. So it's on the 1 minute. So gave us a shift. And let's see. I'm just estimating where this stops. Mostly I'm expecting this guy and that's it. I just don't know. So if this is so like let's say we're going up that way. And the Dow dropped, the Nasdaq's coming to take out this. If I were to get creative, and I think that's as far as we expect it to go up. Whatever that is, let's try a different one. Let's use this low and that high. Could be running out the buy stops. Well, these two will pretty much overlap, so yeah, that's a good place for it to stop. Let's see if we get that. Boom! Six-sister for the win. Okay, so the Nasdaq just took its stuff out. The Dixie's like, sorry, the Dow is like, I don't think so. And yeah, this is why I didn't take that because we're in a thing and it's got a lot of things to mess with it on the way down. So, oh, let's see. Was my original entry like respected? Let's see. 41.91. How far down did it come? So I wanted an entry at 41.91, all the way down here. Never made it. But it did come. Let's look at the 5 minutes. It came down to this order block. 41.91.75. The low of this bread candle, 41.91.50. And the start of this candle, 41.91.75. There you go. So this right there, 22 ticks from there. 8 tick stop loss brings us just below this fair value gap. It's not bad. Up she goes. Are we dumping? Yes. Okay. So the question is, do we get up here? I know we get our six-sister. No muss, no fuss. Nicely done. What would that have been? 733. I'm about to so that's 103 ticks divided by 4 times 20. Huh, not bad. And it's leading the way now. Oopsie daisy. And woo, whoa, the Dow has been like, yes. We are taking it out with gusto. Sorry, that's the Nasdaq. Haha. Wow, the Dow is not saying one. Hmm, interesting. I know this is the Six Sister working its way out. When it's gonna make its way all the way up to let's look at the probabilities for that. Let's make sure that's perfect. Okay. That guy. So 1.5. One was where I was aiming at, so beautiful. I take that and be perfectly happy. Two, three. I should add the 2.5 in here. Oh, it is in there. Just can't see it. Let's get a different color. Brighten it up. Oh, it's negative 2.5. And let's brighten that up. Can't see anything. That's what would be above that. Okay. So that Six Sister would have worked nicely. So that option, the Dow is saying, no, we're not going anywhere. Nasdaq's like, I'm catching up. Well, Nasdaq's like, I'm finally going to take it out because they took it out here. The Dow took it out there, so just catching up. Well, the Dow is saying we're going down. I'm yelling timber. And the dollar is looking like it wants to go up. Came back down into a logical area. So, interesting. And look where we stopped. Tile down. 4. So, rejection block right there. This is all chop, so I'm not doing anything in here. 3. 2. And 1. Okay. So far, from here to here, we've only moved 15 ticks. In my mind, I need this much. I need them to wick in here. They only tapped it. They're gonna want to touch it again. But the behavior inside of this, they haven't closed a body over it. They've tapped into it, they wicked, the body stopped right there, and now they're flirting with the base of it again. And the Dow is not moving. The Nasdaq got its Six Sister. The Dow is telling us it wants to go lower. And the Dixie is telling us it wants to go higher potentially. Let's look at the 5-minute. Oh, God. It's just consolidating inside of this gross choppiness. Good. Cutie is like eating up nicely. Okay, so our range at the moment is between this low and this high. And so we've taken this out. I mean, we had like quite a drop. So I think it might be time for a bit of a reversal, really. So it needs to break out of this range. And the Dow is giving us a potential, you know, head nod that it might want to do that. So I don't know. It's a lot of sitting around here. So I needed to shift, give me a proper shift, dunk, and then continue on. I mean, the bias has been bullish this whole time, and my bias is bullish. But I need to come down to a discount array for me to take a long. Anyway, it's about 7:39 and this is about an hour. I'm going to I'm going to pause here and let's do a quick recap. So, in terms of my window, I came in, this was forming, upward trend, it came back down into, well, we were here really. And from here, did it move 20 ticks? So that's the question I always have, like, can I get 20 ticks out of this? Sorry, hang on. So I think, I came in around here. So we haven't, 20 ticks would have been above here. We still haven't done that. So still not worth it for me. Another reason why I haven't pressed any buttons. We're also kind of banging around between these two fair value gaps. So I don't really have anything. There's nothing to do in here. And I need to be okay with that. So that's it for now. And I'll be back in the morning and seeing if we can find some stuff. Be safe out here. Take care. Out.